Hello and welcome to How to Play Gargantua, a game for one player. This game comes to us from Solitaire by David Parlett. It is a lot like Klondike, except you're going to have two decks of cards and you're going to be dealing 9 down to 1 instead of 7 down to 1 as you do in Klondike. You'll see as I demonstrate, I'm going to go ahead and take 8 cards face down, the 9th card face up, followed by 7 face down, the 8th face up. This number will keep decreasing in order until we get all the way down to just 1 card face up. Similar to the setup in Klondike, except in Gargantua, you're going to be dealing only 1 card from the draw pile to the discard pile. You're going to be playing from the discard pile to the foundation or to the tableau, obviously off color and decreasing in rank. So an 8 of diamonds can have a black 7 plate upon it, and that black 7 can have a red 6 plate upon it. You can move partial stacks or entire stacks as long as there's a legal move to be made, and the vacancies must be filled with a king. The ace will not wrap around the king. You'll find aces and you'll place them in the foundations, and you'll build your foundations in suit in increasing order from ace to king, and there'll be only 1 redeal per game. So you have to do this all in 1 redeal. So this isn't even chances odds Solitaire, where the odds of you winning it will be somewhat even to the odds of you losing it. Those of you who are experienced with Klondike should have no problem with this game. Very simple game, and we're just going to go ahead and start off with our draw deck, turn cards over, and see if there's any legal plays to be made. Now, obviously, with Solitaires, you got to be very careful because sometimes you'll run over a legal move and miss it. And every time, of course, a card gets exposed that's face down, you can turn it over, and that card will be available for play. Find our first ace, and we have a 2 of the same suit, so we'll go ahead and play it on there. We find another exposed card, which it ends up being an ace. And now we have a queen that's exposed, but we don't have a black king for that queen to sit on at the time, so we'll just have to keep playing. So we don't have anything for that card. We'll just keep moving along and see if anything comes up that's in our favor. We can't play that red card on top of a red 6 because it's a red 5. We'll need to save it for later. So it's always important with Solitaires to take your time and double check every move before you make it, especially if you are administering the game on your own. A very important thing to do. My recommendation with this game is to always do a 9 check because you do have 9 columns. You should never have more than 9 columns. If you do, something went wrong, you need to start over. But count the number of columns. That's the vertical stacks from top to bottom. In each column, you should have only 9 of them. So from left to right, just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If you have 9 columns, you're good. If you have less than 9 columns, that means you're got a vacancy and you can fill it with a king. So you'll see that later on as a king becomes available. Now, I have a legal play for that 7 of diamonds onto the 8 of clubs, and for whatever reason, I guess I might not have been taking my time. I did not see it, so I've kind of ignored it for a bit. Now I have a second vacancy. We just filled a vacancy with a king. I can move that king of clubs over, which I'll go ahead and do. And that exposes another card, but it's a 2 of diamonds, so it didn't really help me much there to have that card exposed. But at least I filled the vacancy. Now I could create another vacancy with that 7 of diamonds. Now why I'm not doing that, I cannot honestly tell you at this point. But we'll just keep moving on. See if there's any other moves that could be made. Okay, I have a 4, but I'll take the other 4 of spades. There's our 7, there's our 8. Now I no longer have a move for that 7 of diamonds, so I cannot move that over. But I do have a 7 of diamonds there. I have an 8 of diamonds there. It won't matter if I take this 8 of diamonds or the other one. I'll still have a room for it. Now I have 2 vacancies that I can fill at any time, so if a king comes up, I'll be in good shape. Play that 6 of clubs on top of that 7 of hearts. And we have a 4 of hearts. I have no other legal moves. Now, we're allowed 1 redeal, and that basically means taking our discard pile, turning it right over, and making it all face up. And it looks like we fill the vacancy with a king. And now we've exposed a 3 of hearts, which we can move. We now have a 7 of clubs that's available. Nowhere to place it though. Now I probably should have done a better job as far as where I aimed my camera. I probably should have had a higher view. Some of these cards you're not really seeing, but it's not like accidents are happening. It's not like a mistake is happening. So there's no real need to see what's in the discard pile. We'll just keep going from there. Okay, we got our 2. Everything's looking good so far. Found a king. Now we just need a red queen or black queen to go on top. That would be very much helpful right now. See if it comes to us though. Now I could place that 4 of spades on top of that 5 of diamonds, and that would free up that 5 of hearts, and it also free up that 6 of hearts. But for whatever reason, I'm not seeing that right now at the moment. Sometimes you can be distracted and be paralyzed to your own thoughts when playing solitaire. Finally, I see a place to put that 7 of diamonds now that black 8 has presented itself. And we'll just keep going from there. Got my 5, got my 6, got my 7 of spades. Now, can I get to that 7 of hearts somehow? Oh, there's a 2. Okay. That 10 on top of that jack. Still need a red queen. Now I got an opportunity here. Should I take it? I think I will go ahead and do that. That presents an opportunity to build up on the spades as well. Now the question is, can I get to a 9? Now I'm breaking up the stack to place that 10 on top. And now I'm trying to see, is there any way I could further break up some of my stacks to get a legal play in? And I'm just not seeing it at the moment. Oh, there's one. Okay, there's the 10, there's the jack. Now the question becomes, is there anything else I could do? We'll keep moving. One of the things with Klondike is sometimes you have to take an extra few minutes to think about all the possibilities and see if there's any way to improve your odds and improve your chances. Sometimes there is, sometimes there isn't. Doesn't matter which jack I take, both of them will lead to a vacancy because I'll have a second legal move after that. And now we have a black king. Of course, it's the wrong color king, but in this game, you kind of wonder sometimes, are there any real such things as having the wrong color king at this point? All kings are going to be helpful. It's just a matter of strategically moving your cards as you need them to be moved. I do have a jack there that will put that queen of spades on top of the jack of spades. That presents me with a 5. Now I got an ace and the 2, another ace, and I have a red king exposed, so everything is looking really good now. So now I'm eventually going to get to the point where I'm really going to have to consider, I have a king there. Can I make a vacancy somehow? That I do not know at the time. Okay, we completed a stack. Now we make it a vacancy. And now we should be really good. Alright, there's a second completion. But did we do that too soon? Will we be able to solve this puzzle? Is the question. Do we have the ability? Move that entire stack. Now we have 3, 6. So there's 3 vacancies there. But I believe 2 of the kings have been founded, which means we got another buried somewhere. The question is, can we get to it? Yes, I believe so. 6, 7. Now it's just a matter of placing cards down. I think this is pretty much all but solved. But where's my 4 of diamonds? Where is it at? I'll have to make some interesting moves to get that 4 of diamonds in the discard pile. You can't see it, but that's where it is. It's not on the table at the moment. I need to advance that 4 somehow. Then the question is, how can I get a 10 of clubs on top of that 9? Is there a legal move to do? What about this 8? Ooh, I see a legal move, yeah. Now I just need to move that 7 stack over to that 8. But this is the thing where your brain gets paralyzed and you forget to see things. So there we did it. The 10 of spades from the discard goes on. The 4 of diamonds goes on from the discard. We have no more discard pile. Now it's just a matter of us putting cards in the right spot, and we will have this game won. We will have this solitaire solved, this puzzle solved, and we can move on with our lives knowing in complete satisfaction that we have overcome the challenge that is Gargantuan. So let's go ahead and do that right now. Last of the Kings, that we did it. So yay! And like always, if you actually want to play something that's not solitaire, come to our subreddit card game meetups and post your city in a public place inside your city that we can meet up and play card games. You never know about these things. If you post it, somebody might do it. To see a link to that, go ahead and click the show more in the description. You'll see a link to other YouTube channels I enjoy, as well as rules and written instructions and a place to play this game if one's available. You'll also see a link to a Discord server which you could talk about card games with other people that love card games more than I do. And you can call your friends up, ask them if they like to play cards. They might say yes, and they might say no. But you never know until you actually call and ask. Sometimes people just won't volunteer that information. So do like, subscribe, and share these videos with other people that you know love playing card games. If we have a poll, vote it. And I want to thank today's musician. And I'll see all of you very shortly.